Hi, I'm Roberta Bassine of the RVM Art Committee, and this is an untitled work by John Chin Young, located on the second floor of the Health Center, just south of the library. Until his death in 1997, he was dominant in Hawaii's art community. He studied Chinese calligraphy. He made his first drawings at the age of 8, and he was largely self-taught, mostly from his own collection of ancient Asian art. This piece is an example of Chinese freestyle painting, a form that dates back to the 5th century, also known as literati painting, or in Chinese, she yi, literally meaning to write an idea, as opposed to depicting a subject in realistic detail. Obviously, these are horses, but there's a lot more here: cultural context and symbolism. Horses were revered as warriors in China's warfare history. They embody the ideas of power, courage, and freedom. In the Chinese zodiac, the year of the horse brings energy, impatience, and a quick temper. The horse corresponds to the sun and the fire, elemental sources of heat and vitality. Young probably reflected on these ideas as he ground the ink for this painting, a long and meditative process. Then he used a bamboo-handled brush and a simple, spontaneous stroke to create a swirling sense of movement. It's said that the skill of the literati painter lies in having the courage, just like the horse, to allow the brush to dance freely across the page, cutting out extraneous detail, knowing all the while that the rice paper is very, very absorbent, and once a mark is made, it cannot be undone. Young has created a range of tones here in a circular composition. He deliberately varies the load of ink on the brush and plays with the amount of pressure that he uses to make each mark. Our eyes are drawn, actually kind of scooped, up from the right, down through these wonderful diagonals that send us with a great deal of momentum up, over, and up to the left, where we have the other horse here who's looking at the sun. Remember what we talked about in terms of the symbolism there. And his brush has danced, as you can see. Our eyes are drawn from the right to the left, and the flowing manes and parallel heads become the darkest tones, and maybe the first thing we see or pay attention to, but they're probably actually the last things that he painted. At the top, there's that circle that looks like the sun, harking back to the mythology of China. And the juxtaposition of these two horses, their open mouths, the bulging eyes, the slashing diagonals, and the dust-up left to our imagination all underscore the power, courage, and energy of conflict. This work is inscribed here to Madge from John Young. Madge Tennant Wall is a resident of the Manor. Her grandmother, Madge Tennant, was one of Hawaii's most celebrated artists and a good friend of John Young. Madge says that many years ago, when she was a horse-crazy teenager, she asked for a John Young horse painting for Christmas. When her mother went to the Honolulu studio to buy one for her, John Chin Young refused payment, saying, "Oh no, this is a gift to my friend Madge Tennant's granddaughter." We're lucky that that granddaughter has now gifted this masterwork to the Manor collection.